Okay, guys, so I thought I'd share a little oil win today. Sometimes, I use it for cleaning and for baby products, beauty products, lots of different things. And then there's some things where I'm like, oh, I wonder if this really will work. Um, I'll admit it, the odd time I've been a skeptic, and I don't know why, because every time the oils prove me wrong. And they work so well. So my daughter woke up and she had all this eye crunchy stuff all crusted across her eyes. And I cleaned it off with a warm cloth. I thought, oh, it's just like sleepies in her eyes or crying at night, kind of dried and stuff. Well, the next 2 days it was like yellow and like secretions kind of, and I thought, oh great, what is this? And I was worried because it's her eyes. So instead of turning to my oils like I should have right away, I was like, oh, I should get her into the doctor. She's 8 months old. She's already on some other medication. I want to be sure it's her sight. So I quickly get her into the doctor, load them all up in the car, the kids, get there. And of course, as usual, the doctor doesn't really know. And it's kind of like, oh, could be bacterial conjunctivitis, which is like pink eye, but her eyes aren't really red. I don't really know. I'm like, well, you're helpful, thanks. But he's like, it kind of, to me seems more viral, so really kind of just wait it out. If her eyes do start to look red, I'll write you a prescription for some antibiotic drops you can give her. It's the weekend coming up, so I'll just give it to you ahead of time. Monitor. So I go and get the prescription filled, and then I get home and I'm like, I really don't want to have to be giving my 8-month-old antibiotics. Like, we're so overrun with antibiotics in our systems. That's why there's so many superbugs and resistance out there. So I'm like, there's got to be something more natural. She's only 8 months old. So I looked up in my handy dandy oil Bible book, and lavender, tea tree, also known as melaleuca, and frankincense. And I put it in my little 10 ml roller, topped it up with fractionated coconut oil, which is just coconut oil with the proteins removed, so it stays in its liquid state, not like the cooking stuff that goes solid when it's cold. And you just roll this around the bone. You don't want to put it in their eyes, obviously, and sometimes babies touch their face and that, so I put it on before she went to bed, and I just kind of rolled it under her eye, around the side, and on top of her brow, kind of. And then rubbed it in well with some more oil and that. And she went to bed. The next morning, there was like no goopies, and I thought, oh, okay. So then I tried that. It was about every 6 hours. So for a day and a half even, and she hasn't had anything in her eyes. They've totally cleared up. It worked amazing. I didn't have to turn to these nasty antibiotics with who knows what else in there, because if you look at these pages that they send with it, how to use, but look at all these side effects, precautions, drug interactions, if you overdose, if you miss a dose, like, it's just insane. And here she gets side benefits instead of side effects. So she'll get the benefit of calming, relaxation, help her sleep at night with the lavender. Frankincense is like the king of all oils, and it does pretty much anything and everything you name it. Tea tree, it's very antiviral, antifungal. Like, that's why these oils work, because even though it's a viral infection, they can get into that cell membrane and work on it. There's nothing out there synthetically that does that. It's pretty amazing. So anyways, my little 8-month-old, I saved her from antibiotics, and my oils came to the rescue.